Inferring is when you use clues that the author has given you and make connections to your schema to figure out what they're really saying. So let's figure out what's going on here. We have our sentence that says, crumpled papers skittered across the parking lot, and we need to figure out, is it hot, is it snowing, is it windy, or is it cold? Now you start with your inference. Your inference is your gut answer to the question. It's not just right there in the story, but it's your thoughts and your answer. So if I were thinking about papers skittering across, I'm guessing it's windy. So I'm going to say, I think it's windy. Now you want to support that with what the author said, because the story said papers were flying across the parking lot. And I know this is where you make connections to your schema. How can you prove that it's windy based on what we know in the story? You really have to think about as if you were explaining this to an alien who knows nothing about our planet, nothing about what's going on here, and so you have to make it clear to them how this sentence proves that it's windy out. Well, I know that the wind is a force that can move light objects such as paper. So I think it's windy because the story said papers were flying across the parking lot, and I know the wind can be a strong force that can move lighter objects such as paper. Now this last section is where you connect to your concepts. If we were talking about weather forces, I could talk about that here, but since this is just a reading activity, we're just going to stick with a level 3, where I could say I think it's windy because the story said the papers were flying across the parking lot, and I know the wind can be a strong force that can move lighter objects such as paper. Notice the schema really explained why I care that the papers were moving across. Let's check our answer. Yep, we got it correct. Congratulations.